And hey there, everybody. I gotta do that stupid stuff, anyways, how's everybody doing? All right. I hope everybody's having a wonderful weekend. Gonna do another round 30. Like I said, I brought it back last weekend with Mr. Extra Zero, and today I got another special guest. He was one of my first ones. I think you were around the top five. I think that you'd when I started doing this and everything. This is Tyler. I don't know if anybody knows this guy. Beast Wars Tyler. He
Hello,
loves
hello.
Beast Wars. Yes, he hates G1. So we'll probably start a fight argument. We'll probably won't be friends after this, but it's fine. And I think I even said
Yeah,
this on the last one, the first one we did, and everything. So, but
yeah.
Tyler, tell everybody about yourself and everything, and all this wonderful good stuff.
Well, hello, everybody. I'm a
Oh,
Scorpio.
oh, you're freezing
Walks
up.
on.
You're freezing up. Oh,
Uh,
this is gonna be a bad one. Did he freeze up? Okay, yeah, he froze up. Okay, good. He's back.
did
All
you
right.
did you catch any of that?
No, I think I heard. I think I said I heard Scorpio. I think that's all I heard was I'm a
Yeah.
Scorpio, and I like long walks on the beach
Yeah.
and everything. So yeah,
Yeah,
this is gonna
man.
be a good one. And you know what? This dude is a brand new father. I'll say a brand new father. How's little man doing? How's fatherhood treating you?
He's good, man. I actually just put him down to sleep. My little Satan spawn, and
Oh, that's nice.
no, man, he's good. He's growing like a weed. He's
Yeah,
starting to find
awesome.
his voice, which is really cool. He's a metalhead. He loves falling asleep to
Nice.
metal music. So I'm about that.
Oh
You
yeah,
know,
nice. That's awesome. That's awesome. How's the wife doing now? How's she loving it too as well?
yeah, man, it's good. It's a crazy world we live in now with this
Mm,
this
yeah.
virus. But it's
Hmm.
actually almost been a blessing because both of us get to stay home with our
Oh
newborn
yeah.
son, and you know what I mean, get to bring them up
Hmm.
together, and like rarely does anyone do two parents get to do that at the same time, right? So
Yeah, that is true. That is true. Now,
you
let me
know,
ask you the deep question is what if your little man grows up and likes Nickelback?
it'll be a
Put that
hard
out
pill.
there.
It'll be a hard pill to swallow, but you know what? I think I'll love
You'll
him.
support him?
Look, I would rather him love Nickelback than love Takashi 6ix9ine. So
Oh,
you know what I
yeah,
mean?
that's true. That's true. Well, I don't know, but you still make fun of him though. You would be like, you still like Nickelback, right?
Oh man, he's gonna be a metalhead, and I'm gonna make fun of him. We're a family
Exactly.
of roasters. You know what I mean? Like that's just
Exactly.
what it
Yeah.
is.
You have to have a thick skin to be with Tyler. I have to you understand that 'cause a lot of people have defriended him and wanted to fight this guy just because he runs his mouth a lot. So
Yeah, I mean, look. I'm not the type of I don't go out looking for fights. I just say what's on my mind, and I have
that
yet.
start that
I
starts
went
a fight.
to, yeah, well, but like I've gone to TFCon, like, and I don't wear a mask or anything like out in public. I'm just doing this because I like this mask specifically. It's a from a band, Slaughter to Prevail. It's a huge band that I'm
Yeah.
that I'm into, right? But like I went to TFCon. I got some dirty looks. People recognize me from all the
Yeah.
talking that I do. But
Hmm.
actually, the only person that ever said anything to me was Chuck.
Oh,
Good old
Chuck.
Chuck, yeah, and he was
Oh,
he was really
Chuck.
funny about it too. He came up to me at breakfast and he's like, "You know what? I've hated you for years," and then he sat down beside me and we shared a meal together.
There
So
you go.
like,
Oh, that's Chuck.
you
Chuck's a
know
good
what I mean?
dude. I've met
So
Chuck quite a few times. I've met him at TFCon also here, and I met him at
yeah,
Skullfest, whatever, and everything. He's a good dude. Chuck's a really good dude. All right.
yeah.
So, I want to say hi to everybody that come in. There's a couple people watching. Thank you so much, for walking, to watch us. Take your time out of your
Hello.
busy schedule, everything. So this is Beast Wars Tyler. So what we're going to do, we're going to start out like I always do. We're going to ask a couple questions just to get to know the guy. It's kind of a positive thing to do in the collection community because there's so much negative stuff. And which might hit on that is where are you in your collecting right now, Tyler? Like where are you at? Like I know where you're at, but tell everybody where you're at. What you want to do with your collecting. What are you focusing right now mainly on?
Well, I'm kind of scaling back. I sold off a couple of the really high ticket items in my Beast Wars collection, and I just made
Hmm.
some space with some of the like the Beast machines, Dinobots. I got rid of them too.
Hmm.
I'm focusing mostly on. I'm just picking up some of the Planet X figures. I was a huge fan of the Cybertron games. It's what got me into collecting.
Yeah.
and reminded me why I love Beast Wars so much when I fell back into the whole fandom. And so I decided that it's about time that I, you know what I mean, kind of move on from being a Transformers collector or just a collector in general. So I'm going to, on my way out of the game, I'm going to pick up these Planet X figures because I feel like it's only fitting the way that I got into collecting should be the way that I leave. And it's you know, it's almost like a beautiful end for me.
So what are you going to collect? So are you going to collect anything?
No, I think after this, like I've been getting really big into Warhammer again, mainly just because I like painting, I like modeling and stuff like that. So I've been actually got a couple pieces right here beside me. This is one that I'm working on. I got the base and everything done, then I got to paint it all up.
Nice.
And a couple other pieces that a little more close to completion. That's a Crisis Battle Suit from Tau.
Yeah, you showed us.
Yeah, so it's just I find like I'm a big robots fan in general, not just Transformers. I love robots of all kinds. I really like robots that can be piloted. You can jump in the cockpit, and it's just like you know, you assume the identity of the robot. Like that's just a thing for me, right? So Gundam, Titanfall, this army from Warhammer, it's all like mech suits. You know what I mean? So it's just that's just what I'm into. So I think I'm going to focus a little more on the Warhammer stuff, being more creative instead of just collecting pieces. I'm going to create pieces, and that's just kind of where my collection's taking me. And since I've become a father, it's kind of the responsible thing to do is to liquidate the high ticket items and, you know what I mean, start putting money towards things so I can get in a better position. So one day if he wants to become a collector or if he wants to, you know what I mean, do sports or whatever, the opportunity is there for him to do that.
Yeah, you just got to do stuff you enjoy. I mean, a lot of people have gotten out of Transformers, you know, because they just don't enjoy it anymore, and you got to put your focus in. You don't want to stay with the fandom or the collecting just because I loved it, what I used to do, but you just got to move on to stuff that you like and everything. And I know you like I like Pacific Rim. You know, that's kind of something like that where the people get into the
dude, check this out. I got I don't know how well you can see it on the front of my arm, but I got Gypsy Danger right there on my arm.
That's hardcore,
I'm a huge
man.
Pacific Rim guy too.
So are you well, I know you answered the question, are you gonna miss Transformers?
Am I gonna miss it?
Yeah,
I mean, for me, Transformers is always, it begins and ends really with Beast Wars. I've got like the Cybertron games, they've come to a close. They turned off the online multiplayer for that, and that kind of
they did. Yeah.
That closed the door on that too, right? So it's like I have two main avenues for Transformers that I enjoy, and both of them have a closing point. And am I going to miss it? Like I've already kind of, I don't know if I've announced anything, but like it's. I don't even feel like I need to announce it, but like we've discussed it with Stasis Locke, and like this next episode is going to be my last one with the show. I'm just kind of like moving on from like podcasting in general, really.
Yeah. So it's a quit Coda. That's what I call him now. Dakota. He's quitting too and everything, which really sucks. Y'all are two. Y'all are two. Y'all started it. Y'all were one of the first two. That started that Stasis Lock and everything, and it's kind of sad to see y'all go and everything. So
I think Dakota was there from day one. I jumped on the train a little late, but him and Chris and a couple of the other guys that have kind of fallen away as well. But
I think
man, look, it's been a lot of fun over the years of doing it, but it's just like, and I might not like stop podcasting in general. It's just I feel like my time with the show has just kind of come to an end. It's just grown a little bit bigger than what I've, what I'm.
Oh yeah. Oh no, I definitely
prefer.
Understand.
So
I mean, it's hard. I mean, when you're focusing on one show, it's kind of it's hard to get news. I mean, there's not a lot of Beast Wars stuff. I mean, we got a couple, little stuff here and there. You got the new Primal coming out, but there's so much you can talk about it every week, and there's just not a lot not a lot of news to talk about in Beast Wars. So I know it's I'm sure y'all probably struggle to try to find topics to do. I know y'all went over the cartoons sometimes and certain toys and everything, which is cool. I mean, I like watching that. I think it's pretty neat. But as far as new news, there's just not a lot of stuff out there for it.
But I mean, you know me pretty well, man. I can come up with something from nothing. You know what I mean? Like I can talk That's probably the only thing I'm good at. Yeah. But no, it's definitely like with news as sparing as it is sometimes, and like a lot of the times we don't have any news. It's just it's not even really the news stuff. It's just kind of like again, I've just kind of outgrown the company. You know,
it happens. It happens. It happens. I was on a show called Showercast Uncut, and I'll never go back. I'm good. No, I'm just kidding.
Wow.
I love it. It's just my schedule. I can't. All right. So awesome. So if you could have one superpower, what would it be? Just one. And don't say infinite, like I'd have everything. No. One superpower.
One superpower? Probably telekinesis.
Yep. Oh, okay.
Yeah. The idea to control stuff with my mind.
Okay.
I like that idea a lot.
Yeah, shave your head and put in and get to a wheelchair too as well. So that'd be pretty cool. That'd be pretty cool. Right. Awesome. Let's see. All right. Oh, everybody, if anybody else has come in, hey, thank you for coming in. This is Tyler. He's Beast Wars. He loves Beast Wars. So if you could be one Transformer, who would that be? Just based off the character, based off his personality, he or she. Sorry, I don't want to discriminate. If you could be any Transformer, who would you be?
Be an existing one?
It could be. I mean, anything. I mean, if you want to make one up, be like, I think I've been working on this guy. I think I would like to be that.
It's almost cliche, man. But like, I'd want to be Optimus Primal. In my eyes,
Jordan said Prime. Jordan said Prime too. I mean, not the Primal, but Prime. But yeah,
in my eyes, well, Primal's not a Prime, and I think that's why I love him the most because he. If you follow Beast Wars, and I know you do, Matt, you've watched it, but like if you follow it, you know that Primal specifically is not a Prime, and he is a leader in spite of that, and he aspires to be a good leader. Without the Matrix, without this calling of some star trapped in a capsule, you know what I mean? Yeah. And it's just really inspiring to me that he just created something out of nothing and just kind of like assumed command, and like you follow it all the way through Beast Wars into Beast Machines, and you feel the guilt that a leader takes on from losing comrades in war, and you know what I mean? It's just like his character arc is so. It's been so inspiring to me, just even as a person. Like I've got the words, "The seeds of the future lie buried in the past," tattooed on my arm because that's just how much that character means to me. You know what I mean? Yeah. So yeah, if I could be any character, it would be Optimus Primal for sure.
Now, is that your favorite character, also as well?
My favorite show character, my favorite non-show character is Cyber Shark.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I've actually gotten a few pieces commissioned. One from Oscar, who's on SCU with you. Yeah. I got one from Bobby from back in the day when he was on SCU. And Candace, Canned Ice Santora on Facebook. She's doing me up one right now.
The original piece. Yeah, beautiful. Oscar's really talented. He has a different style. They all three have different styles.
Definitely.
Candace is just I don't know what she does, but man, some of the prints she's done is just spectacular. I mean, it's just everything she's done is really nice. I remember that I was a Dinobot, and she did a tarantula. I think that was really beautiful.
Oh yeah,
was it Quick Strike she did? I had to
it was Quick Strike. She did one. I actually got the print before I met Candace, like officially, and she joined Stasis Lock. I met Gary at TFCon Toronto. And I actually bought one of Candace's prints for Gary to sign. From
nice.
Gary.
Nice. Yeah. That's very nice. That's awesome. I like. Yeah, have I met Gary Chalk? Yes, I did. He came to Arkansas one time and everything, so he's pretty good. So very nice, very nice. Yeah, Candace, she's really talented and everything. Oscar's talented. Oh, Bobby, he's talented too. They're all talented. All right. So, hey there, everybody. Once again, everybody coming in, thank you so much. Let's see. Not that you care anymore, but where do you see Transformers in 5 years? Yeah, because you quit. I know you're a quitter.
That's a tricky question, man. Because Hasbro's kind of like stepping up their game with those Siege figures, and I mean it's half and half really. Some of them are good, some of them look a little iffy. And as far as like, it's not even like being done with Transformers is the issue for me. It's like I've never really been a fan of the the cars and the trucks and the boats and the planes and all that kind of stuff, and like it's just like in 5 years, when I see Transformers in 5 years, man, I see it. If they bring Michael Bay back, I see it successful. He's the moneymaker. Love him or hate him, he's the moneymaker. But like,
I tip my hat to Michael Bay every time. Every time we talk about Transformers, you have to. I mean, like I said, you have to, give him a little. You don't have to respect the man, but get him a courtesy little, because he brought Transformers back. Now, are you excited for the Beast Wars movie that we're gonna get, or are you gonna go watch it?
I am, man. I am. I've actually said publicly, man. Like, I hope Michael Bay does it. Because like, here's the thing from like,
really?
So here's the thing for me, right? The reason that I feel that the G1 guys don't like the Michael Bay movies is because there's not like a cohesive story or whatever. But ironically, it kind of coincides with G1 as a whole, because there wasn't really a cohesive story. It was episode of the week.
Oh yeah,
you know what I mean?
It's a toy commercial. That's all it was.
There was like the multi-parts episodes, and then there was the movie, and that's really all the storytelling G1 ever had outside of the comics. But with Beast Wars, we already have a cohesive and really deep and detailed story with a lot of meaning and emotion, right? So I want the beautiful spectacle of explosions and a T-Rex and a gorilla going head-to-head like Peter Jackson's King Kong. Like, I want those kind of action sequences. I want that on the big screen brought to life. You know what I mean? Stuff that the show couldn't do.
Yeah, that's true. Now, but would you think that Michael Bay would take away the storytelling aspect, though, just to do the explosions and the everything, though?
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. I'm completely
fine with that.
Yeah, because I already have a story that's good enough for me. I don't need a big universal story for this story to be told. I want to see the crazy action sequences that he can come up with, because he, you know what, for the rule of cool, he knows what he's doing. He does a very good job at making something look cool. Does he make it
entertains you? He entertains you.
Not really, but yeah, exactly. That's what he is, right?
That's all he does. I mean, the Transformer movies, people say they're so bad, but they're entertaining. I still can watch. I mean, that's just because I love Transformers. If they come on TNT or TBS, I'll sit there and watch them. I have them on, Blu-ray and everything, but I'll sit there and watch them because they entertain me, and I think that's what Michael Bay was going for. And like you said, the G1, where the hardcore G1 wanted a great storyline, which I would love to have a great story. You can make a great story, a Transformer movie with a great storyline and a lot of action. It's just Michael Bay didn't do that, And I think. So I mean, there's a chance that somebody can come in. I thought Bumblebee was a good story. It was fine. It had a little Michael Bay-ish kind of thing going on with the way they looked. But I thought it was a good story, except for when they entered they invented the internet or something. It was like what? But there was some moments. But it was still. I thought Peter Jackson, was that his name? Peter.
Peter Jackson, King Kong.
I thought he did pretty good. No, who did Bumblebee? What was his name?
Travis Knight.
Travis Knight. I thought he did a good job. I mean, especially the first 10 minutes. That's what everybody wanted to see. But I thought the story overall was pretty good. It was decent. So
it was just. I think it was just the first movie rehashed, like with Haley Seinfeld or whatever.
Oh yeah, I thought she was did pretty good. She wasn't annoying. I didn't think she was. Sam got really freaking annoying toward the end. But anyway, all right, brother, we got Brother Kyle in here, man. Hey, we got celebrity. Hey, Brother Kyle came in here to watch you, man. That's awesome. That is so awesome. And my dog is snoring. My dog is snoring like a beast. My God, y'all hear this? Hold on.
No, I don't hear him, man. Oh, there it is.
He stopped. Anyways, all right, awesome. Thank y'all so much for coming in. So let's see. Well, I already kind of asked you this. What type of collector are you? So you're going into the Warhammer stuff, and everything, and you just like to build stuff?
Okay. I'm a Beast Wars collector through and through. Like I'm not getting rid of my Beast Wars collection. What I have now is what's going to stay. I may get rid of like some of the high dollar Japanese stuff or all that fan fiction BotCon stuff, because that draws a large number. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But like,
especially now,
like my 80 or my 96 to 99 Beast Wars line, I'm going to keep that. And some of the other Japanese pieces that I do enjoy, but all the other stuff is, I guess it's up for grabs. I haven't really decided, but like I'm a Beast Wars collector through and through, and I like mech suits. That's just what I am. So
now, do you have like a bunch of mint and sealed box stuff, or are they all open? Is most of your stuff opened?
Oh, all opened. My big thing when I got into collecting is like I wanted to experience the toys I never got to experience as a child. I always went to the store and like I mean, you hear it from everyone. A lot of people come from humble beginnings. They didn't have a lot of money to spend on, plastic toys or whatever. And I remember going to the store and seeing figures that I really liked, or friends had figures that I really liked the look of, and I never got to, experience them. So my biggest thing was like, I didn't care, man. I bought a Cyber Shark, brand new in box, for I think it was $85, and I opened that. Open it up right away.
Oh yeah, you gotta enjoy it.
Because I wanted, So
I mean, that's just my take. I just don't really. I mean, I can understand mint and sealed box collectors. That some of them look really good in their box. When you get a Transformer, you want to transform it. That's why you buy it. That's what you like the aspect of that. I just don't. Sometimes I just don't get mint and sealed box collectors. But whatever floats your boat. That's all that matters. As long as you're happy. Yeah. Tyler's happy. That's all.
I won't knock anyone for how they collect.
Oh no, never. No, I won't knock them. But it's just weird that just to have them. Which I have some stuff in sealed box, but they're mainly like movie stuff, like from the Baybird stuff. So I transform everything. So all right, awesome. All right, so what is your favorite TV show that is not Transformer related?
Oh man,
that could be past. You can name a couple off too. It wouldn't matter. But so past or present right now, it doesn't matter.
So with my wife, we are both huge Supernatural fans.
Really?
I think right now we're just kind of in it until the end because there's an end now. But like in the beginning, the first 5 seasons were amazing. Even some of the later seasons, like 7 was pretty good. 6 was terrible. 7 was pretty good. 8 was really creative. I kind of lumped 9, 10, 11, and 12 all together. And now I'm just kind of in it for the, you know what I mean? Just to see how it all ends. Yeah. On my own, I'm a huge cartoons fan, man. I love the old stuff like Street Sharks, Ninja Turtles, Mummies Alive, Metabots. Yeah. I got 2 Metabots tattooed on my arm right here. I got more to add to this as well. I got Michelangelo. That's a thing with me and my brothers right there. I got 3 lifelong friends that I grew up with, and each one of us kind of identifies a different Ninja Turtle, and it's really personal between us. So me being the Joker and the pot stirrer, so to speak, I'm Mikey. So, awesome. But yeah, man, I love old, like all the cartoons and stuff. My dad grew up on Looney Tunes, and I remember to this day when I was young, he would put on all the old Looney Tunes stuff. And
I think they're taking the gun away from Elmer Fudd and everything. I don't know why, but whatever. And I love I love Tom and Jerry. Tom and Jerry were one of my favorites, and Three Stooges. I can sit there. I'll see. Sometimes Three Stooges comes on like early in the morning. I'll sit there and watch. I used to love me and my dad used to watch Three Stooges together before he passed and everything. And I love Three Stooges for something. It's just they don't make stuff like that anymore. I mean, they can't really, to be honest. But it's awesome watching that black and white stuff, and it's really fun. Brother Kyle said Lucifer. Are you a big Lucifer fan?
That's another one. I'm just kind of in it now. Like I started watching it because like my wife was interested in watching it, so we started watching it together. And I gotta be honest, man, that is the worst show I've ever watched.
I've yet to watch it yet. It's
a ride. So the main guy, the main guy that plays Lucifer, is really entertaining. The story is it's like a loose collection of parts in a drawer box that's on a moving truck. It just kind of goes all over. It's just always shaking up.
Today will be that thing. That thing.
It's always the beginning of a season and the end of a season that are so like just enticing, and they just grab onto you, and it makes you want to watch the next season. And it doesn't matter how long and boring the next season can be because you want to see the end of it, right? So
I think that's like Walking Dead. I think that's but people watch Walking Dead because usually the first episode, couple episodes are really good, and then there's the last one that gets you to the next one season. But in the middle, you're just like, it's like.
I mean, admittedly, I'm not one that fell on that train. I got through the first season and I enjoyed it. The second season's where it lost me when they spent the whole season on the front lawn of some dude's house, and the ending wasn't enough to keep me invested. Like I was like, okay, this is enough for me. I'm not with that.
Well, I'm just like with you, Supernatural. That's what I'm with Walking Dead. I'm just in it. I'm like, I kind of want it to end because it's just I don't know where there's so much you can do with this type of story It's just kind of over like, oh, we found some new people. Okay, they're gonna fight, you know, and it's just like, all right, we got new people. That's it. That's all you're doing. What really pissed me off is I want to know how they got the damn disease, how it spread, and and they won't tell. And the people that made, you know, that wrote all this stuff are never going to tell it, and it really pisses me off because I want to see that aspect of what happened in between, like when they started it and when it, you know, it really got bad. And we never saw that really with Walking Dead. Just, you know, Grimes just woke up and everything was all the shit and everything.
Yeah.
So I was like, I want to see that part, and they're never going to do it. They're just moving on to this, you know, we're finding new people and fighting and everything. It's like, But anyways, I'm getting off a tangent about that. And they had the last episode is, I don't know when this season is going to be out. I have no clue. It's just like, damn Coronas. God dang it. Anyway,
it's the Corona apocalypse, man.
I know, man. It's like, and it's a crappy apocalypse too. We're not getting zombies. That's what I tell my wife every day. This is a crappy apocalypse, man. Where are the freaking zombies at?
I know. Ironically, more people are waking up.
I know.
That's a political thing, but like,
I know. It's like I don't want that. I want everything to go to shit.
I hear you, man. But like, I firmly believe after this is all said and done, the world will never be the same again.
I'll probably not. No, we're changing and everything. Well, this is good. It's for the good and everything. So, all right. So, who is? I'm sorry about it. Who is your favorite comedian?
Ooh, that's a good one too.
There's tons.
Oh man, I'd have to put it like top 3 maybe.
Okay.
I watch a lot of stand up, but I watch different guys for different reasons. I think my number 1 would be Bill Burr. Okay. He's just very direct. He doesn't care what people think. You know what I mean? He's that loudmouth redhead that walks into a fight with his mouth flapping. You know what I mean? And there's just something about that kind of confidence that I can really appreciate. And he says what's on his mind. Dave Chappelle is another one. He's just an amazing comedian, and he's very involved in his community too, which is really awesome to see.
Oh yeah.
Oh my God, do I have a third? I don't know if I have a third one or not. I just recently watched the new Dave Chappelle special, the half-hour one. Oh yeah, and that's why it's like at the forefront of my brain.
The PC. Come on, he's hilarious. I mean,
he's awesome.
Genius. There's so many good. I mean, and you have to go. I mean, I know you haven't been around for the early stuff like Richard Pryor. I mean, he's classic. Eddie Murphy. You know, Bernie Mac is one of my favorite. I love Bernie Mac.
Yeah, I used to like Louis C.K. And then that whole debacle came out about what he was doing and stuff, right? And I heard that his new special, a friend of mine, he's still a fan. He said he watched his new special that's only on his website, and he comes out immediately talking about that first, and he's like, "Listen, you know how everyone has a thing? Well, the entire world knows what my thing is now." And then he just goes off on the worst stuff possible because he has nothing left to lose.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, he put it out. He's trying to cash in on it, and he's like, I got caught, so whatever, or something like that. Yeah. Awesome. Yeah, there's too many. Yeah, that's an open, that's a broad question, but because there's so many comedians you can name out and everything. Cool, very cool, awesome. Yeah. All right, so if you could make any character, what type of personality would they have? Would he or she, what would he or she turn into? And would they be, let's just say Predacon or Maximal because you're a Beast Wars fan? I would say Autobot-Decepticon, but you're not going to make a G1.
Well, it's interesting you bring that up. So I came up with a character that I don't want to say that like I'm working on it because it's just whenever I have time or whenever I think of something creative for it. But it's a character. The name, I'm kind of working with the name, but the name that I had for her was Sky Shatter, and her beast mode is a crow or a raven. I think it's a crow.
Okay.
Yeah, and so my idea was she is this like rogue, not Maximal, not Predacon. She has these drones that are like a flock of crows, like a murder of crows, and they call themselves the Murdercons. It's kind of like a play on the words, you know what I mean? Yeah. And their whole thing is like, so a crow is, or a murder of crows is really representative of like death, right? And my whole idea is her character to be kind of like Air Razor in physical form, like her transformation, wings on the back and all that. but her character would be like almost the Cybertronian death horseman, so to speak. And like she shows up, she's got her murder cons with her, and she's really powerful. And I don't know, I'm still like toying with the idea, but I really like the idea of kind of putting.
Oh, that's brilliant, dude. That's what I mean? Yeah, I really like that. I would love to see something like that. Something like a who was I mean, she wasn't like the death. Who was the in G1 the ninja female? She was in that one episode. What was her name?
Night Shadow, Nightbird,
Nightbird. I mean, not like that, because she wasn't, like a murder or death or anything like that. But she was, a rogue. She wasn't, Autobot or Decepticon and everything. But she was kind of like that. So, but I do like that concept. That's a really cool concept. Have you drawn anything to, like, maybe?
No, I haven't really drawn anything. I have like visual ideas in my head, but I haven't like put anything to paper. I'm not really good at drawing anymore.
Okay.
You know what I mean? But like I've been kind of writing some stuff down about how I would explain it, and kind of like painting a scene and writing how I would explain the scene to people.
Right.
Just as like an introduction, but nothing
sweet, dude.
Yeah.
That's a brilliant idea. I mean, have maybe Candace or Oscar or somebody draw that up, man. Ooh, that would.
Yeah, that might be an idea actually. Oh man, I'm such a fan of Oscar's work. Like, listen, you people listening right now, I'm gonna hijack this for a second.
No,
go and look up Oscar Alonso. He is such a talented artist, man, and he's got his
voice
own
actor.
Yeah. He's got his own web series, and it is awesome. You need to go and check this dude out. And his commissions are a steal. Hit him up for a commission before he raises his prices to the price he deserves. I'm telling you.
He's a good dude. He has a big heart too. He's really nice dude. Like he hosts Showercast and everything. And I've known him for quite a few years. And I've met him one time too, and he's awesome. He's a great friend of mine, and he helped me. I mean, he helped me get into the reviewing thing. He does review. He used to do reviews. I wish he would do more, because he's really talented. But he helped me, get me started and everything, and helped me a lot. So love him like a step cousin. He's really brilliant. But yeah, he's really talented at drawing too and everything. He's awesome. Very cool. Very cool. All right, go look him up. Yeah, Oscar, definitely. All right, so. Had to reword to who would you like to be leader of the Maximals or the Predacons, other than Prime and Megatron?
If it wasn't Prime and Megatron?
Exactly, yeah.
Ooh. I've always liked the idea of and we kind of saw it in Sins of the Wreckers, of Tarantulas taking over control of the bad guys, so to speak. Because he's like a cross between Shockwave and Starscream. With like he's crazy ambitious, but he's also like really cold and calculated, and also just kind of crazy altogether. And I think that would be an interesting take, because Megatron's like a maniacal maniac, or a megalomaniac, whereas Tarantulas is more of like a chaotic evil. Yeah. So, and then for the Maximals, yeesh, I don't know, man, because there's three of them. There's Primal. I mean, I love Primal, man, but like there's the big convoy, Lyle convoy, whatever. But like, honestly, if I had to choose someone to take over the Maximals,
I don't know who would be a good person.
I don't know, man. Like I don't know. I guess just off the top of my head, I'd probably say Cyber Shark, because he's my favorite. I think that'd be cool. Or like even Depth Charge, because like Depth Charge is
okay. Think about him.
I mean, he's driven by revenge, but like he's smart. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
I don't know. Maybe that would work.
I mean, I couldn't see Rat Trap being the leader. I couldn't see Cheetor. Maybe Rhinox. Maybe. Well, I mean, he's like a kind of Ironhide kind of figure, character.
Dinobot. Dinobot. I'll do it for my boy Dakota. Dinobot, leader of the Maximals. Yeah, he finally gets what he's working towards.
I can see Dinobot being like that and everything. So pretty cool. Nice, very nice, awesome. All right, well we got hey Ninja Bill, hey everybody, once again coming in. Thank you so much. We got brother Kyle still, T-Man. Oh man, T-Man 978's in here. Definitely, I've made it since T-Man came in here.
I'm the presence of celebrities right now. Jeez.
I know, man. Go watch T-Man. Really good reviewer, man. Awesome dude. This would be a pretty cool question. If you had a theme song when you walked into a room, what would it be? Like if it started blasting.
Ooh. Oh man, that's tough.
You would scare people with. I know what you're going to choose. You would probably scare people with.
So I grew up a wrestling fan, and like the good era of wrestling, like the Attitude Era and the Ruthless Aggression era.
Yeah.
And like I always wanted to like come out to like this really cool entrance. Brock Lesnar's I'm a huge fan of Brock Lesnar. I'm a huge fan of the Hardy Boys. Like,
okay,
man,
I thought something different. I totally thought you were going to say something different than what a wrestling theme would be.
Yeah, man. I think if I had to choose like my own entrance music to like walk down the stage to a ring or something, I think I would have to go. So there's a song that we played at my wedding that's completely off the Richter scale compared to what normally people play at weddings, and it's the song's called "Puppet Master" by Thy Art Is Murder. Okay. I had a mosh pit at my wedding, believe it or not. And
no, I would never believe that. No.
And that would definitely be like that would be my my entrance music for sure, sure.
Very nice. You're a big Brock Lesnar, so let me ask this: what do you think about when he wrestles? He only wrestles once a year, kind of like what Undertaker does, but Undertaker does it because he's just old. Now, what do you think about Brock Lesnar? Just the last couple of years, he'll wrestle one time at the main event, like a WrestleMania or something like that, but he doesn't go on and wrestle very often.
My opinion on Brock Lesnar is he's not a wrestler. He is a commodity. He is an athlete. Oh. He is an apex athlete. The reason why he goes between UFC and wrestling is because both of them want him, because he can do both. He can do the authentic UFC stuff and just like rip you limb from limb like he's done, or he can play up a character and sell out a crowd. And the reason that he can do this part-time and just show up whenever is because when he walks in the building, people take notice. And he doesn't have to do anything to do that because he's just naturally gifted with insane strength. He's you know what I mean? He's not to be like, I mean, he's never going to watch this, so I can say what I want, but like not to be rude or anything, but like
he might watch it. Who knows?
He is a freak of nature. You know what I mean? And people want to see that. People want to see him lift the 500-pound Big Show up and suplex him onto the ring, and the ring collapse because of how strong he is. Or they want to see him take on 50 guys and throw people over the ropes and into the crowd and stuff because that's just the kind of strength that he has. So how do I feel about it? I just completely understand. That's business. When you're good at something, you never do it for free.
That is true. Now, do you still watch? Are you still watching wrestling? Are you a big wrestling fan right now? Like, do you still? I haven't. It's been a while since I watched it.
So I haven't watched any of the new stuff really. I tried to when I had cable, and it's just not the same for me. And like watching it now is cringy as all get out because there's no crowds.
But that is true. That is true.
I've been dabbling with getting back into it. I'm thinking about trying out the AEW, the All Elite Wrestling, because it kind of goes back to the ruthless aggression type feel of wrestling. They even curse in it, and it's just got this more of like a, I don't know how authentic wrestling can be, like sports entertainment can be, but like it's got a more authentic feeling where it's not as censored as say like how almost Disney that the WWE is. But as far as how big of a wrestling fan am I now, like even like the past few weeks, I've just been sitting on the couch with my son, and like I'll put on like a match from 2001, or you know what I mean. I watched some of the old Eddie Guerrero matches when he won the championship, and you know it's unfortunate the events with Chris Benoit, but I was a huge Chris Benoit fan because he's Canadian, I'm Canadian, you know what I mean. I watched some of those matches. And then I even like watched a little bit of the Dark Side of the Ring documentary that they put out about him, and that whole thing is tragic. But
I need to watch it. Yeah, I need to watch that.
It just kind of goes like this: the 3 days leading up to the tragic event that happened with him. So
I love old wrestling. I mean, I love Macho Man Randy Savage. I mean, I can sit there and watch his promos and just like even like The Rock. I didn't even have to watch The Rock wrestle. Just his promo, just the presence he had on the mic, and the same thing with Macho Man. It was a lot of coke and steroids that really helped him do that. But it is just hilarious watching older stuff. Like if you sit there and watch Macho Man's promos from back in the '80s, man, they're classic, dude. It's just fun stuff.
The reason I feel like I was watching a podcast or something with Stone Cold on it, and he hit the nail on the head, and I agree with him totally. He said the reason why like I especially don't feel the wrestling is as big as it was because it's missing that feeling of spontaneity. Whereas back in the day, anything could happen because there were no rules. Like there were rules, you know what I mean? But there was nothing saying you couldn't bring a lowrider out to the ring or a milk truck or a beer truck, you know what I mean? Or an ATV.
Yeah.
You know,
don't
you
see
could,
that
you
anymore.
you could chair shot someone and actually mean something, whereas
Yeah.
every single thing down to every single hit feels scripted now in WWE because they have to walk that PC line. They grew up really big, and now they got to follow all these guidelines because they have this massive audience.
Yeah.
And that's kind of where AEW is kind of drawing my attention because they don't follow those rules. And TNA, I used to like TNA too, mainly because Jeff Hardy went over there. But like they had an interesting concept with the 6-sided ring and the X division and stuff. Like, yeah, man.
Well, I what I think really what's missing in wrestling is they're not getting up good talent, and they're still. What the problem is, they're trying to hold on to these older, like AEW is doing, with Chris Jericho and everything. I like Chris Jericho. I used to love watching Chris Jericho. He was a good wrestler and everything, and he was great on the mic too. But WWE is wasting some of their talent, and they're still trying to hold on to older talent and older, which it is fine. But some, I don't want to watch Undertaker wrestle anymore. At WrestleMania, I don't want to watch some of these older people. I still like watching Randy Orton. I think he's still a great wrestler. I love watching him. But sometimes I think they misuse their talent and they get rid of the people that they need to promote and get. They've lost a lot of people along the years, the last 10, 15 years. Just because they didn't meet their whatever. Vince McMahon didn't like them for some reason, but they're not promoting their talent that they have, and they're doing it. I don't know. That's just
a lot of the reason that I feel is they don't give their talent any room to speak on the mic freely. You know what I mean? Like back in the day, Stone Cold could cut a promo off the top of his head, and the company would trust him. But now, because everything is as scripted as it is. And it's obvious who they're trying to push, who they're trying to push as a baby face, who they're trying to push as a heel. Like, it's just kind of, as hard as it was back in the day to suspend disbelief, to be a fan of wrestling, it's even harder now, which makes it just campy and really boring to watch. And it's, it's not for everyone. And I'm definitely part of that crowd where it's not for me. But for those who that still enjoy it, like, all the power to you, man. I just feel like they need to give you a better product for what you're paying to watch that stuff.
Definitely. You can cuss. That's fine. Nobody watches this anyway. It's all right. Fine. All right. Well, that's all the questions I have. Is anybody, before we go, I know it's been a little over 30 minutes, which I love. That's what makes it interesting. If you're on this show, I'm just going to say this right now. If you're on this show and you last under 30 minutes, it wasn't a good show. I'm just going to put that out there. But man, if you get that and you get an entertaining, some great, conversations just like about the wrestling stuff and everything, it makes it for a great show. But that's why I called it around 30 minutes because I wanted to go over 30 minutes because I think it makes it a good show and everything. But does anybody got any questions for Tyler before we go out and everything? Mick Foley is God. Yes, I love watching Mick Foley. Anything, dude, love whoever he did. He was, that, like you said, that era of the Attitude Era, and in WCW, I love I watched Goldberg and everything. He wasn't that great of a wrestler, but he had a presence. I love WCW too. I loved when they were going at each other back in late '90s, early 2000s. Oh, that was great. That was good entertainment. That, folks, right there was the best entertainment right there. When they were fighting, I wish they could have went a little longer, and that WWE didn't buy, or WCW. I wish that would have went on for a long time because that would have been great. I think that would have been great entertainment and everything. So,
definitely.
With the all that stuff, NWO when Hogan went over and joined the NWO, man, that was one of the shocking moments. And a lot of people don't like Hogan. I thought he was fine. I mean, I grew up as a kid. I watched him. I ate my vitamins. Said my prayers, did all that wonderful stuff, and awesome. Let's see. Ninja Bill, I missed the first part, but what brought you into the Transformers scene? Oh yeah. So what got you into Transformers? That's a good question.
As a kid, it was Beast Wars.
Yeah.
And I got into Beast Wars mainly because of the CGI. I thought it was so cool.
It was back then.
Just seeing cartoons like that. I'd never seen it like that before. And watching them transform and stuff. And then, of course, I just fell in love with the show. As an adult, I think we talked about it a little bit. The Transformers War for Cybertron, Fall of Cybertron games. really got me back in. I didn't become a collector until, well, I mean, I guess it was War for Cybertron because of my love of the game. I was like, I just remembered having these toys when I was a kid, and I just started. I found a lot on Kijiji, and I bought them up. It was just like a $20 lot. It had like 4 figures in it, and I started playing with them. And then I went to Walmart, and I saw all the new stuff they had there, so I started buying that. And then, yeah, man, it just kind of like I fell into the rabbit hole, so to speak.
Yeah, snowballed into that. Yeah, that's what it was for me too. I was walking through Walmart and I saw the RID line back in 2000, which I think you were probably only like 5 years old. But anyways, that's beside the point. I'm old. And I just saw them. I was like, man, I remember those. I used to love Transformers because I took a break, just like most. You collect them as a kid, and you had you went through puberty and everything, and all you worried about was women and everything, or men, so, whatever you like. That's all that matters.
RID is actually another one that I really enjoy. That's kind of one of like the unsung ones for me. Like I really like the toys. I liked the show because it had the Predacons aspect to it, and I really liked Prime as a fire truck.
I like Megatron too. I like him as that six changer with the dragon and whatever else he turned into. I thought that was a good toy. I love how
the same toy went. He just turned into like this white ivory for Galvatron, and then all of a sudden he had 11 modes.
Yeah,
it was so ridiculous.
Yeah, I may go back and review that Galvatron and everything, the RID stuff. That was pretty cool. And
interestingly enough, RID is the reason why I became a Bruticus fan.
Oh, really?
Because of Ruination,
Ruination, yeah. That was one of the first ones I bought. I saw that had the Ruination. And I remember when RD, I was waiting for Brave Max, which was the recolor of Fort Max. I was waiting for that to come out in here, but I didn't know because back then you really didn't. I wasn't on the internet a lot, and I didn't know it was an exclusive over there. And I took forever, so I finally got one. I ordered on eBay, but I was waiting for that damn Brave Max to come over here, and never did. But I bought everything. I bought the. They did the shark. They did a recolor of the shark. What was it? Cyber Shark? Was it in Beast Wars? And they did a
Skybite.
Skybite. Yeah, okay. Yeah. I remember I got Skybite. And then had the Prime and the Ultra Magnets. They combined to this huge brick of plastic and everything. It was awesome. M from Transformer Video Games says, asked if are you a YouTuber?
No. I'm not. Well, no. I mean, I do Stasis Lock, and like I said before, that's coming to an end this Wednesday. I think it's my last episode. Not gone for good, I don't imagine, but at least for now, I'm just kind of like stepping away, calling it quits for a bit. Outside of that, like I don't do any reviews or anything. I'm just kind of, if you see me on the boards and I'm running my mouth, that's kind of all I do.
Yeah, that's all he does. Get on Facebook, you'll see him. He's like he likes to stir the pot a little bit with G1 sucks, and that gets everybody. For some reason, when somebody says G1 sucks, and I'm a big G1 fan, I love Transformers, but I don't care if somebody says G1 sucks. Okay, so good for you, I don't care.
So I'll rehash it because I think we talked about it the first time I was on, but just for people watching now, when I say that stuff, I do it solely to get under people's skin. And people call me a troll, and it's not even really that I'm trolling. It's like when I first jumped into this fandom, when I found the Facebook groups, when I found the community, the online community, there wasn't third party just yet, or maybe there was, but it hadn't taken off. It was just Chug and then Fans Project or something. And when I first got into the community as a Beast Wars fan and mainly collecting Beast Wars stuff, whenever I would post about it, I would get like dozens of comments of people belittling me for being a Beast Wars fan. And I'm sure a lot of you guys in the chat here or anyone watching, you've probably faced the same thing for something you love. And if you're a G1 fan and you faced it, it's probably me. Because what I like to do is I got an underdog mentality. If a whole group of people is going to jump on someone for what they love, then I'm going to be that guy, that loudmouth guy, to step up and just throw it back at him. So the whole reason I started trashing G1 isn't because I hate G1 as a whole. I've said a dozen times, like, I don't mind the show. It's not my favorite, but I like it. I respect it. I appreciate what it did. What I don't like is how the mob mentality of we don't like this and it's going to go away, and they trash on people that do like stuff. So that's where it all came from. You know what I mean? I don't hate G1. I'm not, I'm just trying to get under people's skin and just kind of show them how it feels to You know what I mean? To have
be
what they
underneath.
love torn down. Yeah.
I mean, it's just,
So
and we should call people out like that, because you should not down somebody for what they like. You could say something like, "Hey, I don't like Beast Wars." Okay, well, I don't like G1, but we still could be friends because we love Transformers as a whole.
yeah.
It's and everything. We got that mentality, and that's Facebook's fault. And some people just do it just to do it, just to piss people off. And I don't think most people feel that way. Like they don't really hate Beast Wars, but they say they hate Beast Wars, but they're actually watching it while they say it, while they're typing it. So
Oh yeah.
it's just like, come on now. I mean, we all love the franchise for what it is, and there's so many different aspects, and there's a reason why it's been around for 35 plus years because it's that good. A lot of stuff. Anyways, I just hate people that down somebody because they like something. It's like I never say anything. I'll joke around with you, but I'm not gonna belittle you because you like Beast Wars or you like G1. If you like Beast Machines, Beast Machine is probably one of the worst series out of the Transformer, but I can respect it, and I can
It's
respect
honest.
you too.
Yeah,
You
like
know,
I think the biggest issue with Beast Machines was the storytelling kind of like forced a closure point, which ended
yeah,
the G1 continuity officially.
yeah,
I mean, if you ask Dakota, there's comics circumventing everything in the
yeah,
comics, but like what I mean. He's an example, man. He's a big fan of Beast Machines. He's got the I think at least all the show characters in the best form they were represented in.
yeah,
From like Takara and stuff, and I would never take that. Like me and him, we joke back and forth, we roast each other, and that's just kind of our relationship. But
right.
you know what I mean? I'd never take away from him what he loves. I make fun of him for wreckers all the time too, which is
I mean, I'll watch Beast
everyone's a
Machines.
wrecker.
I'll watch everybody is a wrecker, to be honest. I mean, they were
Yeah.
just coming out of the woodwork like, I'm a wrecker. Why? Because I said it. All right, you're a wrecker. Let's just join it. I like all the beats. I mean, I'll watch Beast Machines. I'll watch all the Transformers because I like it and everything. It's pretty cool. Let's see. Fearsome Fandom. First time I guess I've seen you. Thank you so much. I can't agree more, TG. So he agree with you. That's good. Rob Struck, he said, I've seen Tyler's post before on that, and the comments get pretty funny. Yeah, they do get funny. And there are always going to be haters on hate, and G1 hate the movies, hate the line, hate the subline.
Yep.
Exactly. Yeah. So
Yeah.
that's
The problem with being an online community is now literally everyone is handed a soapbox when they sign up and they register for something like this. So
yeah,
regardless if your opinion has any merit or value, you have the chance and the opportunity to express it. And that's fine. It's fine to
yeah,
to do that. But like if you're using that platform to tear people down, which I've been accused of because they don't understand where it's coming from. And like I
yeah.
get that too. But like when you're using your platform just strictly to tear down people, that's when a
You're just
community
an
becomes
asshole.
Yeah, that's when a community
You're just
becomes
an asshole.
toxic.
Yeah. Yeah,
So
and it does get toxic. And that's why I like doing these things because I like to get people have their soapbox for a little bit for about 30 minutes and say and tell their story of here's where I'm coming from. This is the reason why I
definitely.
do this. I don't hate G1. I don't hate Beast Wars. I just like to mess with people that want to say that, want to go off on a tangent about hating stuff because they don't like it, and that's fine.
Yeah.
They want to belittle people and everything. So that's why I do this. All right,
And
awesome. Man, I think you're going, dude. I want to thank you so much once again, dude. As always, you're welcome back on here. I think you're going out of town. Where are you going? Where you going?
we're gonna go visit some family, do a little social distance
Okay.
barbecue type deal. Yeah, it's been so
nice.
long, so hectic in Canada. It's getting a little lighter up here. We've gone into stage 2, and our
Okay.
numbers are really low up here for the virus. So we're just gonna take the time. And I
That's good.
took my son to meet my father for the first time since he was born.
Oh, really?
4 months later, and it was a really surreal feeling to see my dad with my son. Like that was, I'm sure
That's good.
I'm sure a lot of people have experienced that, but for me, it was one of the most surreal things I've ever experienced in my life, and it was such a
Well,
good
that's
feeling.
awesome.
So
Well, that's a good feeling. Awesome, awesome. Well, dude, once again, thank you so much. I would tell them where they can find you at, but you're leaving everything from Transformers because you're a quitter. But that's fine. I still love you as a step cousin, man. I always will. We've had our little tiffles and we have our little gripes and everything, but
of
in
course,
the end, we're always going to be friends and everything because I've met a lot of great people on this and everything.
absolutely, man.
And I appreciate everything. Taking your time out of your busy schedule. So yeah, everybody, if you have no more questions or anything, I want to thank everybody once again for coming in. Check out Stasis Lock. Like I said, the two main players are leaving, but it's still a good show. If you like Beast Wars, definitely check them out. I think Mike is going to take over everything. Maybe Dalton. I wish Dalton would take over. That would be pretty sweet. But
Yep. Hey, man, he's got his own segment on there. The Dalton Notes are king right now. So
yeah, so he's got. I think he can.
Let me just say right quick, Matt, man, thank you for having me on. Thank you for giving the community a voice. Doing these interviews is like I don't know if you realize how important it is, but like you're giving a voice to people that only get to express their voice over you know what I mean, over Facebook or over Twitter or whatever. Like this is really important what you're doing. I hope you see that. You're
gonna make me blush. I love that. I missed it. That's why I brought it back. Because I took a little hiatus for a while because I interviewed a lot of people. Like I was running out of people, and that's another thing. If you want to be on, hit me up and we'll get you on everything. I'm gonna try to do more and everything. I did one last Saturday. My work schedule kind of sucks, so I'll try to get everybody on. But if you want to come on and just talk about Transformers thing. Be more free and everything. I'll be more than happy to have you on and everything. So thank y'all so much for coming in, and I guess I'll see you on the next Round 30. And as always, be good to yourself. Hail Hasbro, and good night, folks. Or good day or something, whatever.
Good morning.
Now the in broadcast kind of awkward thing.